What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about the Colts and the Chiefs game, but today we're mainly talking about the Colts players that did good, Colts players that lost, winners and losers, basically, stock up, stock down. So we had some good players, we had some good things, we had some bad things. Some players are lost because of other players doing well, and it's time to talk about it. So we're going to go through the stock downs first, then we're going to go through the stock ups. There's a lot of stock ups, few stock downs, but there's stuff to talk about in general, so... First stock down, Danny Pinter. Danny Pinter did not look good again. I've said it all offseason that Danny Pinter is not the answer over there at right guard. Danny Pinter is not the answer. He can't get the strength. If he can't get low enough, he's getting bulldozed. Multiple times he was pushed back into Matt Ryan's lap. It just didn't go well. Pinter needs to be sat. And if Raymond is healthy this week, Bernard Raymond is healthy, you need to start him at left tackle, move Pryor over to right guard. Pryor has the strength. Pryor has some technique. You know, he can't really move his feet well, but he could get away with that in guard more so than tackle. So put Matt Pryor at right guard, put Raymond at left tackle, sit Pinter behind Kelly. Pinter played good at center last year, so sit him there. Sit him, he's just not a good guard. He doesn't have the strength. He can't get low enough. So it's not going to work with Danny Pinter right guard. That needs to be changed. A change needs to be made. Another stock down, Mo Ali Cox. Not necessarily what Mo Ali Cox not playing well. It's more so what Kylen, Granson, and Jelani Woods having a big week. More so Jelani Woods really putting up, his numbers show. Kylen Granson doesn't show his big week. Kylen Granson caught quite a few passes from Matt Ryan, and one was a big third or fourth down conversion. It was like a huge one towards the end of the game. So Granson, he had some pretty big plays, making up for him having some hard time with catching the ball the last few weeks, just not getting open, not getting the job done. Made up for it this week, and both of those guys bring the stock down for Mo Ali Cox, because Mo Ali Cox, he's been here a while. We respect him. He's a good run blocker. He's not really a threat in the passing game, but Woods and Kylen Granson are. So definitely a stock down for Mo Ali Cox. He's been here for a while. He has some experience. So we can't keep waiting for him to make the jump. Jelani Woods and Kylen Granson are already making the jump. We can't wait. It's the NFL. You got to be ready to win. You can't be afraid to put the players that are playing their best football over the others. So another one is Braden Smith. I was not happy with Braden Smith on Sunday. Now, he looked better in the second half, but you need to play much better the full game, because even the first two games he didn't look good. He's being paid a crap ton of money, yet he's not producing. He's not blocking well. He's not run blocking well. If you're going to be paid one of the top of your position, you need to be able to play like it every single quarter. And Braden Smith hasn't shown it. He got beat a few times with Frank Clark. He was just getting beat in general. Not impressed with Braden Smith at all. And his stock continues to plummet. Now, another one that I could argue is, just in general, the run blocking. That's kind of a stock down for a position group, really. No run blocking has been bad. John Taylor has had no room. He looks up and there's no room. Someone's in his face. I know Quentin Nelson hasn't looked the greatest, but I think Quentin Nelson is really trying to help Pryor and Kelly. And then on top of that, Kelly's trying to help Pinter a little bit when Kelly is struggling on his own. And then Smith is struggling. Pryor isn't the best where he is right now. And it's just, in general, it's not a unit that is communicating either. They struggle against blitzes so bad. They struggle against stunts. If you throw a blitz or a stunt at them, they're probably gonna get beat. We've seen that. We saw that so many times the first 3 weeks. We saw it. Yeah, we saw it on Sunday. They get beat so many times in stunts and blitzes. Communication needs to be there. Ryan Kelly and Matt Ryan need to communicate better. They have not communicated. So some of the stock ups here. We have some good stock up. Rodney Thomas is a stock up. Rodney Thomas filled in for Julian Blackmon. He played well. Very well. He was flying around the field. He flew one play, and he knocked the ball away, which would have been a big play. But he knocked the ball away, and that kept a big play from happening. I believe it was the last play before half. One of the last plays before half, he knocked the ball away, and then he had another big play in the second half. Julian Blackmon went down. And Rodney Thomas didn't blink. He stepped in and he did his job. Really impressed with Rodney Thomas. And then you have Jelani Woods and Kylen Granson. So I kind of hinted at this earlier with having Mo Ali Cox being a stock down because of these two playing so well. Kylen Granson caught a few nice balls yesterday. Really important one, as I already said. Jelani Woods being that amazing red zone target. Love Jelani Woods and love what he did last game. He needs to be featured more. I get it. He's still a little raw. He has some work to do. But, he's not great. He's not great run blocking. But, I mean, how is he going to learn? That's the only way he's going to learn. If you keep him out there and keep learning, he will learn how to do it. Jelani Woods is coachable. He has a lot of potential. He will learn how to do it, and he will do fine. He will be fine. And Kylen Granson, too, caught a few big passes, a few big downs. And then, of course, Jelani Woods, as we already said, big-time red zone target. 6'7", 6'8", and he runs the way he does. That's a big-time red zone target. Matt Ryan's going to love it. So, another one. Matt Pryor. Not a big leap stock up. Not a big stock up. But a stock up to the point where it's worth mentioning because left tackle is a very important position. Matt Pryor stepped in this week and he played well. I think Matt Pryor should be moved to right guard. I mentioned this earlier because Pinter is terrible. Pryor would be better at right guard. He played good at left tackle yesterday. He did okay against Frank Clark. Did have a few reps where he got beat, but definitely looked much better than he did the previous 2 weeks. I just want to see Raymond there now, and I want to see Pryor move over to right guard where Pinter is, because Pinter should not be at right guard much longer. Hopefully, if Raymond gets healthy, and then Raymond will start, and then you move Pryor over to right guard. But if Pryor just comes off of having a good week, are you really going to want to take him out? I would, because Raymond is young. You want to get him the reps now. Oh, excuse me. And then Alec Pierce. He's a stock up. Alec Pierce did so good yesterday. Just Sunday. I was so impressed with him because he, as we all know, did not have a good first week. He dropped a touchdown. He had a few drops. And he had a whole week to think about it. He had the concussion. He had a whole week to think about it. And having a week to think about it like that and dwell on it, he didn't dwell on it. He probably watched tape. He came back this week. He didn't let it bother him. And he bounced back. That's huge to see a rookie do that from one game to the next, especially when he had a whole week off to think about it. Sometimes when it sits in their mind, it hurts. It makes it worse. It didn't happen with Pierce. It's not the case with Pierce. He came back stronger. He came back better. It's big. It's big to see a rookie doing that. It's very impressive. He had that big, nice catch that kind of, was going to spark a drive. Did spark some energy. He went up, caught the ball over a Chiefs cornerback's head, a Chiefs DB, and it sparked some energy. Even though Matt Ryan fumbled it eventually, it was still a drive sparker, a drive starter. And Matt, don't forget, Matt Ryan in the Colts offense were backed up that drive too. So threw it up, Pierce caught it, and then Pierce caught another one later on in the game. Actually, 2 in the second half. He had a nice little third down conversion. I don't remember if it was a third down conversion, but I know it was a good play by him. Good route, find a soft spot in the zone, get open, caught the ball, had a first down. That was actually a pretty big play, I believe it was. And then last drive, he caught the ball before the Jelani Woods touchdown. That was a beautiful catch. He turned around, caught the ball, went out of bounds. I don't remember if he went out of bounds, but they had timeouts and stuff anyways. But nonetheless, stock up for Alec Pierce. Had a good day, bounced back. The rookie showed that he's not going to let last week stick with him. He's going to improve. He's going to leave it in the past, and he's just going to get better. And then another up is Yannick Ngakoue and the pass rush in general. The pass rush was amazing yesterday. That's one of the main reasons why the defense played so well, and probably one of the biggest reasons why the Colts won, outside of Matt Ryan having that big-time last drive. That's another stock up. Matt Ryan looking good later on. But Yannick Ngakoue, man, he looked very good yesterday. He was getting in that backfield a lot. He was beating whoever was on that side that Yannick Ngakoue was on. He was killing them. Kwity Paye got off a few too. Mahomes made him look silly on one play. Felt bad for Kwity, but you got to do what you got to do. Come back next day. Tyquan Lewis looked good. Ben Banigou looked good. Big stock up for Ben Banigou because this Colts team, we were ready for him to go. they stuck onto him, and maybe Ben Bangui was a little bit left in the tank, and I want to see it every week now. I don't want to see it once every 2 or 3 weeks, once every 4 or 5 weeks. I want to see it consistently. He's on the roster bubble. He still is. So, stock up, stock down today. That's it. That's all I got for you today. And you guys let me know what you think. Do you disagree with any of the statements? Do you agree with them? So that's all I got for you today. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan's welcome. This is JDW Sports Talk Show signing off.